Your challenge, if you choose to accept it, is this. Let's go! Let's go! Show up on day 1, work out with us for 30 minutes, feel good right away. Yo! Repeat 5 days a week for 3 weeks. We're a body, and we call that a body block. Take the 4th week off, and then start again. Choose a new body block each month. Have fun. Avoid burnout. Reach your goals.
But you're not going to quit on yourself today.
You in? Start a body block today. Visit body.com for a free trial. That's BODI.com.
A VR Game Pass might be coming to your Oculus Quest 2, but it's not what we wanted. Tech Radar. It looks like Meta is planning to launch its own version of Xbox Game Pass for the Quest 2 and Quest Pro that will give you access to free VR games and apps every month while you are subscribed. Unfortunately, it's not shaping up to be the service we were hoping it would be. The Oculus Quest 2 might be the best VR headset out there for most people, in part because it has access to an incredible library of VR software. However, for every great VR game or app out there, there's some chaff that isn't worth your time, and filtering out the bad from the hidden gems can be tough unless the title is already super popular. That's why we felt that Meta needs to borrow HTC's Viveport Infinity idea, a subscription model for VR software. These kinds of services reduce the risk of trying unfamiliar VR apps as you aren't individually paying for every title. You can try as many games as you need to find your new favorite, and all you wasted on the hunt was some time rather than a load of your hard-earned cash. So we were pretty excited to see a leak from Shiny Quagsire on Twitter opens a new tab that teased a subscription model, Quest Pass, or Project Apollo, is seemingly in development for Meta's Quest platform. However, Quest Pass leaked terms aren't quite the Viveport Infinity or Game Pass style model we were after. Despite the Quest Pass name conjuring up thoughts of Xbox Game Pass, it's actually looking more like games with Gold or PS Plus Essential. Rather than getting access to a library of titles, you can get up to 2 new apps or games every month. What's more, just like these rival services, you'll apparently lose access to all of your Quest Pass games and apps as soon as you stop subscribing. Games with Gold or PS Plus Essential are certainly good deals, but the limited number of games you get access to each month makes it more likely that you'll be offered a title that isn't your jam compared to Game Pass, where the library of games and apps is much larger. Because of this, the leaked version of Quest Pass doesn't look like it'll be quite the VR software solution we were hoping it would be. That said, this is just a leak for the service and not a full-on announcement. If Quest Pass is still in development, there's a chance the service could change. Even if it doesn't change and launches as the leaked version, Quest Pass could still be an excellent deal if the software selection is great and the price is reasonable. We'll have to wait and see what Meta announces in the coming months, but with it already reducing the price of its VR headsets, we wouldn't be surprised if it has a few more tricks up its sleeves like Quest Pass to give people another reason to go for its headsets rather than Sony's PSVR 2 or the HTC Vive XR Elite.
You will fail. So what? Everybody does. It's Your challenge, if you choose to accept it, is this. Let's go! Let's go! Show up on day 1, work out with us for 30 minutes, feel good right away. Yo! Repeat 5 days a week for 3 weeks. We're a body, and we call that a body block. Take the 4th week off, and then start again. Choose a new body block each month. Have fun. Avoid burnout. Reach your goals.
But you're not going to quit on yourself today.
You in? Start a body block today. Visit body.com for a free trial. That's BODI.com.
Researchers translate brain waves into scarily accurate images using Stable Diffusion AI, PC Gamer. Imagine having the ability to recall your memories with near-perfect precision. As we move into an ever more AI-centric future, that dream looks set to come true. with researchers now having used Stable Diffusion to reconstruct pretty damn accurate, high-resolution images by reading human brain waves. We could one day be pulling up images from the annals of our minds without having residential images, opens a new tab, PDF, using latent diffusion models. By recently wrote a photograph, damn accurate, high-resolution, more AI-centric future, that dream looks set to come true. With researchers now having used Stable Diffusion to reconstruct pretty damn accurate, high-resolution images by reading human brain waves, we could one day be pulling up images from the annals of our minds without having taken a single photograph. Researchers Yu Takagi and Shinji Nishimoto from the Graduate School of Frontier Biosciences at Osaka University recently wrote a paper outlining how it's possible to reconstruct high residential images, opens a new tab, PDF, using latent diffusion models by reading human brain activity gained from functional magnetic resonance imaging, fMRI, without the need for training or fine-tuning of complex deep generative models via VICE, opens a new tab. Considering we don't fully understand how the underlying translation happens in the brain, the results from this research are incredible. The fact Takagi and Nishimoto were able to coax high-resolution images from the latent space using human brain waves is astonishing. Alright, they say high resolution, but we're talking 512 by 512 pixels. Still, it's a darn sight better than the 256p the competition had managed, and with a much higher semantic fidelity, too. In other words, the translations are actually vaguely recognizable and representative of the original images participants had been shown. Previous studies involved training and possibly fine-tuning of generative models, such as GANs, with the same dataset used in the fMRI experiments, the researchers explain. It's challenging as these generative models are not only awkward as heck to work with, but the training material is super limited. It looks like the Osaka researchers have been able to circumvent these limitations using Stable Diffusion, and the results are looking genuinely impressive. We've all seen the Black Mirror episode. The entire history of you opens a new tab is a terrifying look into a future in which an implant records our daily life so we can later put every moment under intense scrutiny and ruin our relationships. But before you consign the idea of using AI for visual recall to the dystopian segment of your brain hole, think of the practical uses. We could one day see nonverbal people, or paralyzed people who can't simply snap a pic of something to show later, able to show us exactly what they're thinking of by running their brain waves through an artificial intelligence. As one of the first studies, if not the first, to use diffusion models in this way, it may at least help to paint such algorithms in a better light. Stable Diffusion has come under fire of recent, at least in the art space. Rightly, so when some diffusion models scrape the internet, opens a new tab, and regurgitate the front page of ArtStation, only to be used for some lazy party's own financial gain. But if the data is used right, and the ease of training these models can benefit the field of accessibility so people can give accurate representations of their own inner worlds, and communicate in new ways, I'm all for it.
The Venture X card from Capital One gives you premium travel benefits. Perfect.
learners, this is 2-Minute Papers with Dr. Károly Zsolnai Fehér. Today we are going to see that AI video generation is amazing, but it is old news. Yes, really. So this paper just appeared a few months ago. Why would this be old news? Well, what you see here is an AI that can perform video generation. In goes a piece of text and out comes a video. However, this is not video editing. Why? In this case, we don't really have fine granular control over what happens in this video. However, get this new paper promises an incredible leap forward where we can actually edit these videos. How? Well, look, it can take a collection of photos of our favorite teddy bear and make a video about it and imagine what it would look like if it were walking. So cool! And it gets even better. We can even provide it a video if we are looking for even more artistic control and start cutting a papaya. And then ask the AI to transform the papaya into a cake. And it did it just like that. Wow! We can also make this video a little more dramatic by pretending there is a flood going on. And, of course, as a computer graphics person who loves to write simulations like this, I have to say, when I look at the interaction between the car and the water, I absolutely love what I am seeing here. It does not seem nearly perfect, however, I only see flaws when I am looking for them specifically with a critical eye. Loving it. And wait, it gets even better. So far, we have seen video to video, multiple images to video, and now it promises something even more amazing. What is that? It is just one image to video. What? Are you trying to tell me that I provide just this one image here and I get a full video of someone pouring coffee? That can't be right. But hold on to your papers, fellow scholars, just in case. And now, let's see. Wow! It can do this too. I can't believe it. And now come the results that made me fall out of the chair when reading this paper. I wasn't holding on to my papers enough, so I tell you in advance, and I hope you will not make my mistake. I loved how it made an animation of this black bean plant growing, but it turns out we can give it even more granular artistic instructions. Look, here we can not only ask the AI to add a buffalo bathing in the river, but we can make it gradually zoom out and reveal it. An AI cinematographer. How cool is that? Now, of course, not even this technique is perfect. There are some issues with the horns and more, but this is still incredible progress, just one more paper down the line. I am stunned. And it gets even better. For instance, with this, we can now make really fun artistic choices. Get this, we can ask the AI to pretend as if our toy was a real animal, and it just does it. How is this even possible? Oh, yes, now I know what you're waiting for. Let's pop the hood and look inside. Yes, first our video goes in, and then downscaling happens. This means that the number of pixels and thus the amount of detail in the image is now less. Don't forget this part, this will become important in a moment. So, one more time, after this point, we get less detail. And then, something really surprising happens. We make it even worse. We add noise. Why is that? Why would we make this less detailed video even worse? How does that make sense? Well, this added noise helps us by enabling us to use previously existing diffusion-based approaches. With that, we can use this noisy video as a starting point and slowly reorganize this noise to resemble this text prompt a little more. What does this mean exactly? Well, in this case, a completely new video for us. Really cool. Now, let's use our newfound knowledge of the algorithm and let's apply it to this sea turtle. This is a real video, and now let's ask the AI to add a shark, which it indeed does. Excellent. You see, the framing of the video remains the same, but a shark has been added. Loving it. However, are you seeing what I am seeing? Oh yes, we now see the result of this downscaling step. Look, some detail in the water waves is now gone. This effect is also particularly visible in the case of this orangutan. Also, not every result is perfect, of course. It truly is a miracle of AI research that we can transform this eating monkey into a dancing bear. But then, something interesting happens.
Spectrum Business is the no-nonsense way for your business.
The bear eater leans forward and the AI did not think about filling the background, or alternatively, the bear disappears into a black hole. In which case, this is perhaps authentic footage. Who knows? And these are the early days of AI video editing. What a time to be alive! And don't forget, this is not just AI video generation. This is so much better than that. This is true video editing. And as always, with a work like this, as a true fellow scholar, please always apply the first law of papers. The first law of papers says that research is a process. Do not look at where we are, look at where we will be 2 more papers down the line. So, what do you think? What would you use this for? Let me know in the comments below. This video has been supported by Weights and Biases. Check out their recent offering, Fully Connected, a place where they bring machine learning practitioners together to share and discuss their ideas, learn from industry leaders, and even collaborate on projects together. You see, I get messages from you fellow scholars telling me that you have been inspired by the series, but don't really know where to start. And here it is. Fully Connected is a great way to learn about the fundamentals, how to reproduce experiments, get your papers accepted to a conference, and more. Make sure to visit them through wnb.me/papers or just click the link in the video description. Our thanks to Weights and Biases for their long-standing support and for helping us make better videos for you. Thanks for watching and for your generous support, and I'll see you next time.
Smart, personable, you know him, you love him. Our first guest, a talented actor, a very funny man. He's in a new Broadway play entitled, well, you read it for yourself. It can be seen at the Gerald Schoenfeld Theater. Ladies and gentlemen, Chris Rock. How you doing?
I'm all right, Dave.
Good to see you.
Paul Staple, ladies and gentlemen.
Chris Rock.
In the band.
And the band.
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, right?
Yeah, Not yet. Not yet. We're going to get him in.
Right?
They're supposed to be in.
Oh,
They should be in.
then the Soul Train Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
Right after that.
We're boycotting the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame
Really?
until they're inducted, yeah.
Okay.
Chris,
It's in Cleveland.
I know.
Okay?
Yeah.
I don't think you were going to Cleveland, Dave.
I can conduct my boycott from here. You look great and oh boy, baseball. You like baseball.
It is opening day, Dave. It is opening day. And first of all, you like opening day because it's supposed to be warm.
Mm-hmm.
It's freezing outside, Dave.
That's right.
It's freezing.
Yeah.
So cold that the prostitutes are giving snow jobs, Dave.
It's so cold. At Yankee Stadium, the beer is actually cold.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, I'm a Met fan, Dave. I appreciate the Yankees. Don't get me wrong, but it's they got all the money. It's like rooting for Steve Jobs to hit the lotto or something. You know what I mean? I can't go there.
Yeah, I understand.
I appreciate. I like Sebastian's kids. They live around the corner. They play, but I'm a Met fan, and my team's broke, Dave.
Well, yeah.
Some teams don't have a cleanup hitter. Some teams don't have a closer or a good pitcher. My team has no money, Dave.
What happened to the money? Where did that go?
Bernie Madoff and the Met. I don't know, Dave. I didn't go to school, Dave. I'm not supposed to know this. I'm just a lowly comedian, but they are broke.
Do you have season tickets?
Dave, they don't have tickets no more, Dave.
No more tickets.
No more tickets. Tickets cost money. They want paper. They have no paper,
You
Dave.
just show up and you
show
get in.
up,
Oh boy.
and a dog licks your hand, and you show the spit, and they let you in.
The dog actually licks your hand.
Yes, they have no money, Dave.
Yeah, I understand.
Do you understand?
I do.
what I'm trying to say,
Now I
Dave?
understand. Yes.
Dave, this year, second base is a manhole cover, Dave.
Really? Oh my God! For the whole year.
Second base, between every inning, they use the other team's gloves.
And you say the problem is what again?
They got no money.
They got no money.
They got no catcher's maps this year.
Oh, they
They
just
just get an ugly guy already.
And go to work on
They just
it.
get an ugly guy. The Yankees got bat day. The Mets got bring a bat day. Here you go, Jose Reyes. But Daddy gave me this for Christmas. Maybe you could use this.
Well, it'll be fascinating to see
Yes,
all of this unfold.
it's going to be some year.
How's
Yeah.
your now, do you have two daughters? Are they sports fans? Two
Oh,
daughters?
yeah, I got girls, Dave. And they do girly things, Dave. So there's a lot of tea parties and just girl crap, Dave. I have to pretend to enjoy.
Right.
I want some singing kids. That Will Smith messed it up for everybody.
That's,
Kids singing and dancing. The guy's already taken parts from me. Now his kids are taking parts from my kids. I got
that's bad parenting.
What the hell? Will Smith, don't you have enough? Damn you, Will Smith.
Are you working
Right,
tonight?
kid. And,
You have to go to the.
I gotta do a play.
Yeah, I know. You're gonna be all right as soon as
I gotta do a play.
I understand. What about that? You must have heard of the Charlie Sheen stuff.
Oh, Charlie Sheen. Don't you just love Charlie Sheen?
Well-
and they kicked him off the damn network. And for doing what? For big.
A growing number of people are using ChatGPT, an artificial intelligence program, to create books for sale. Although sales have so far been slow, human writers are worried that ChatGPT created books might hurt the writing and publishing industry. Until recently, Brett Schickler never imagined he could be a published author. But after learning about the ChatGPT artificial intelligence program, Schickler decided that he had a good chance. The idea of writing a book finally seemed possible, said Schickler, a salesman in Rochester, New York. I thought, I can do this. Using the AI software, Schickler created a 30-page illustrated children's ebook in a few hours. He offered it for sale in January through Amazon's self-publishing section. The ebook, which is named The Wise Little Squirrel, A Tale of Saving and Investing, has made Schickler less than $100, he said. While that may not sound like much, it is enough to make him want to create other books using the software. I could see people making a whole career out of this, said Schickler. There were over 200 ebooks in Amazon's Kindle store as of mid-February that say ChatGPT is a writer or co-writer, and the number is rising daily. But due to the nature of ChatGPT and many writers' failure to admit that they have used it, it is nearly impossible to get a full count of how many ebooks may be written by AI. Some professional writers are becoming worried about the effects that ChatGPT could have on the book publishing industry. This is something we really need to be worried about. These books will flood the market, and a lot of authors are going to be out of work. That is bought and sold. There needs to be transparency from the authors, and the platforms are created, or you're going to end up with a lot of low-quality books, she said. When asked for comment by Reuters, Amazon did not say whether it has plans to change or look at policies around authors' use of AI or other automated writing tools. Amazon spokeswoman Lindsay Hamilton said via email that books in the store must meet its guidelines regarding intellectual property rights and other laws. Amazon is by far the largest seller of both physical and ebooks. It has well over half of the sales in the United States and, by some estimates, over 80% of the ebook market. In 2007, Amazon created Kindle Direct Publishing to enable anyone to sell and market a book without the expense of seeking out book agents or publishing houses. Generally, Amazon lets authors publish without any oversight. The company then splits whatever money is made with the writer. This service has drawn new AI-assisted writers like Camille Bunk to Amazon. He told his wife that he could make a book in less than 1 day. Using ChatGPT, an AI image creator, and instructions like write a bedtime story about a pink dolphin that teaches children how to be honest, Bunk published an illustrated 27-page book in December. Bunk has since published 2 more AI-generated books, including an adult coloring book, with more in the works. It actually is really simple, he said. I was surprised at how fast it went from concept to publishing. Not everyone is impressed by the software. Mark Dawson, who has reportedly sold millions of copies of books he wrote himself through Kindle Direct Publishing, was quick to call ChatGPT-assisted novels dull in an email to Reuters. Dull means not interesting. Dawson said that merit, a good quality that deserves to be praised, is important in the book business. Merit plays a part in how books are recommended to other readers. If a book gets bad reviews because the writing is dull, then it's quickly going to sink to the bottom. I'm John Russell.
PCI Express 3.0 can get bottlenecked by this GPU. AMD GPU owners need to watch, and new game-changing tech comes to AMD GPU owners. Welcome everyone to Gamer Metal. First up for today, I have a quick update to a recent story I covered. In it, the research firm John Petty Research had released their numbers for the GPU market in Q4 of 2022, and they actually showed that Intel had sold as many discrete GPUs as AMD. That was obviously surprising, but I assumed it had to do with Intel's large mobile division, though these were specifically discrete GPUs, so still something very new to Intel. As I mentioned in...
Oops. Oh.
Update to the story. PCI Express 3.0 can get bottlenecked by this GPU. AMD GPU owners need to watch, and new game-changing tech comes to AMD GPU owners. Welcome everyone to Gamer Melt. First up for today, I have a quick update to a recent story I covered. In it, the research firm John Petty Research had released their numbers for the GPU market in Q4 of 2022, and they actually showed that Intel had sold as many discrete GPUs as AMD. That was obviously surprising, but I assumed it had to do with Intel's large mobile division, though these were specifically discrete GPUs, so still something very new to Intel. As I mentioned in that video, those numbers were based off of Intel's financial report and ASPs. Well, come to find out, Intel included revenue it got from their Ponte Vecchio GPUs, but John Petty Research assumed that the business unit only sold processors from client PCs, so when they divided revenue by the average price of the products, they got way more than what Intel actually sold, because Ponte Vecchio is obviously a lot more expensive than ARC. All in all, they overestimated by a whopping 60,000 GPUs. With the correct numbers, it turns out that Intel accounted for
Current robotics pipelines require a specialized robotics engineer writing code specific to each task or platform. Our goal is to use ChatGPT and have even non-technical users be able to work with robots, primarily by interacting with the model through natural language instructions, and solving a variety of tasks like using a robot arm to arrange blocks, using a drone to inspect a shelf, or finding and navigating to objects using a robot equipped with computer vision capabilities. LLMs show emergent and interesting capabilities with sufficient prompt engineering. ChatGPT is a unique model because it combines the best of text generation, conversationality, and code generation. Robotic systems, unlike text-only applications, require a deep understanding of the real-world physics, environmental context, and the ability to perform physical actions. A generative robotics model needs to have a robust common-sense knowledge and a sophisticated world model. Ideally, it would interact with users to interpret and execute commands in ways that are physically possible and are appropriate in the real world. To make effective use of ChatGPT for robotics, we follow a series of design principles and define a high-level function library instead of asking it to generate code unique to each robot or API. ChatGPT gets to be the logical and creative problem-solving element, building upon its rich knowledge base, whereas low-level execution is handled by the back-end library implementation. This way, we can try to realize the vision of a co-pilot for robotics, one that can adapt to different form factors and simulators, while allowing users to almost talk to their robots and get them to achieve desired behavior. We architect this pipeline such that a roboticist on the loop can help ensure code correctness and safety, instead of relying naively on the outputs of ChatGPT. Alternatively, we also show how ChatGPT can interface with a simulator to allow for risk-free deployment and analysis. Coupled with this high-level tooling, ChatGPT solves manipulation, drone navigation, and several other tasks in a zero-shot fashion. It can also generate code for complex scenarios through conversations. This is an example of a user working with ChatGPT to generate code for a drone inspection scenario. The user can simply point out desired features through casual conversation, and ChatGPT makes necessary edits to the code. And finally, ChatGPT is able to effectively leverage both perception and action APIs to close the loop.
George. seems to be a hold on your account as a woman. I just need to ask you a few routine questions. Have you recently slept with a close friend's boyfriend?
No.
Okay, there seems to be a hold on your account as a woman. I just need to ask you a few routine questions. Have you recently slept with a close friend's boyfriend?
No.
Okay, there seems to be a hold on your account as a woman. I just need to ask you a few routine questions. Have you recently slept with a close friend's boyfriend?
No.
Okay, there seems to be a hold on your account.
Yeah, going to morning.
Please reconnect with your girlfriends and proceed to emotional baggage claim.
Morning phone. Moist, moist, moist. There we go. Oh, hello. This looks a little too serious, too much like. Yeah, I'm going to college today.
Okay, there seems to be a hold on your account as a woman. I just need to ask you a few routine questions. Have you recently slept with a close friend's boyfriend?
No. Great. Great, Jeremy.
Have you recently slept with a close friend? Have you recently made comments about a female? Have you recently made comments about a female politician's inability to lead due to her menstrual cycle?
No. There has to be some kind of mistake. I mean, I support women. I love women. I did a breast cancer walk last year.
Have you recently made comments about a female politician's inability to lead due to her? Have you recently made comments about a female politician's inability? Have you recently made comments about a female politician's inability to lead due to her menstrual cycle?
No. There has to be some kind of mistake. I mean, I support women. I love women.
Have you recently made says here that was organized by your ex-boyfriend's mother.
Okay.
Here it is. Your personal relationships have all expired.
Personal relation. Are you saying I don't have any
Friends. You have no friends.
I have friends.
Says here that was organized by your ex-boyfriend's mother. Says here that was organized by your ex-boyfriend's mother. Says here that was organized by your ex-boyfriend. Says here that was organized by your ex-boyfriend's mother.
Okay.
Here it is. Your personal relationships have all expired.
Personal relation. Are you saying I don't have any
Friends. You have.
I have friends.
Says here that was organized by your ex-boyfriend's mother.
Okay.
Here it is. Your personal relationships have all expired.
Personal relation. Are you saying I don't have any
Friends. You have no friends.
I have friends.
Says here that was.
Smart. Friends are milk. Friends can't expire.
They all expired.
Friends.
Elected them, so they all expired. You had.
It's probably just taking a second. Tons of friends. I have friends. I have friends. I have tons of friends. It's probably friends. I have tons of friends. I have tons of friends. It's probably just taking a second to load.
Don't touch my property. You had friends, but you neglected them, so they all expired.
Friends can't expire. Friends are milk. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. And you know what? I'm getting out of here. I have tons of friends. I have tons of friends. I have friends. I have tons of friends. It's probably just taking a second to load.
Don't touch my property. You had friends, but you neglected them, so they all expired.
Friends can't expire. Friends are milk. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. And you know what? I have friends. I have tons of friends. I have friends. I have tons of friends. It's probably just taking a second to load.
Don't touch my property. You had friends, but you neglected them, so they all expired.
Friends can't expire. Friends are milk. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. I have friends.
That's what I want right here.
I have friends. I have tons of friends. It's probably just taking. I have friends. I have tons of friends. It's probably just taking a second to load.
Don't touch my property. You had friends, but you neglected them, so they all expired.
Friends can't expire. Friends are milk. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. I have friends. I have tons of friends. It's probably. I have friends.
What are you guys doing? Arr,
No.
stop it.
You had.
And you know what? I'm getting out of here. And you know what? I'm getting out. And you know what? I'm getting out of here to see my best friend right now. You wouldn't happen to have a recent address for Madison Maxwell, would you?
Please.
Cool. And you know what? I'm getting out of here.
Ah, what are you doing?
And you know what? I'm getting out of here to see my best friend right now. And you know what? I'm getting out of here to see my best friend right now. And you know what? I'm getting out of here to see my...
Have you recently made comments about a female politician's inability to lead due to her menstrual cycle?
No. There has to be some kind of mistake. I mean, I support women. I love women. I did a breast cancer walk last year.
It says here that was organized by your ex-boyfriend's mother.
Okay.
Here it is. Your personal relationships have all expired.
Personal relation. Are you saying I don't have any
Friends. You have no friends.
I have friends. I have friends. I have tons of friends. It's probably just taking a second to load.
Don't touch my property. You had friends, but you neglected them, so they all expired.
Friends can't expire. Friends are milk. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. And you know what? I'm getting out of here to see my best friend right now. Put down that recent address for Madison Maxwell, would you?
Please leave.
Cool. And you know what? And you know what? I'm getting...
News 12 Sports with Pat Murphy.
Great news regarding Bills tight end Kevin Everett. He moved his arms and legs today. And doctors now believe that's the wrong video, by the way. That is not the right video.
Yo, guys, about the board game.
No.
Come on.
No! You're not gonna play?
I've heard about...
No. 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 No.
I am going to be happy this year. I am going to make...
Flowers, diamonds, 3-course meal, violinist...
Have you recently made comments about a female politician's inability to lead due to her menstrual cycle?
No. There has to be some kind of mistake. I mean, I support women. I love women. I did a breast cancer walk last year.
It says here that was organized by your ex-boyfriend's mother. Okay. Here it is. Your personal relationships have all expired.
Personal relation. Are you saying I don't have any
Friends. You have no friends.
And I have friends. And I have friends. I have tons of friends. It's probably just taking a second to load.
Don't touch my property. You had friends, but you neglected them, so they all expired.
Friends can't expire. Friends aren't milk. I'm sorry, but you're wrong.
Too weird.
Relationships have all expired.
Personal relation. Are you saying I don't have any
Friends. You have no friends.
And I have friends. And I have friends. I have tons of friends. Probably just taking a second to load.
Don't touch my property. You had friends, but you neglected them, so they all expired.
Friends can't expire. Friends aren't milk. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. And you know what? I'm getting out of here to see my best friend right now. You wouldn't happen to have a recent address for Madison Maxwell, would you?
Please leave.
Cool. What are you? I'm a mouse.
wrecking ball.
I'm really smart. I'm really smart.
Have you recently made comments about a female politician's inability to lead due to her menstrual cycle?
No. I'm really... There has to be some kind of mistake. I mean, I support women. I love women. I did a breast cancer walk last year. I did a breast cancer walk last year.
Says here that was organized by your ex-boyfriend's mother.
Okay.
Here it is. Your personal relationships have all expired.
Personal relations. Are you saying I don't have any
Friends. You have no friends.
And I have friends.
Have you recently made comments about a female politician's inability to lead due to her menstrual cycle?
No. There has to be some kind of mistake. I mean, I support women. I love women. I did a breast cancer walk last year.
Says here that was organized by your ex-boyfriend's mother.
Okay.
Here it is. Your personal relationships have all expired.
Personal relations. Are you saying I don't have any
Friends. You have no friends.
And I have friends. And I have friends. I have tons of friends. And I have friends. second to load.
Don't touch my property. You had friends, but you neglected them, so they all expired.
Friends can't expire. Friends are milk. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. And you know what? I'm getting out of here to see my best friend right now. You wouldn't happen to have a recent address for Madison Maxwell, would you?
Please leave.
Cool.
Okay, there seems to be a hold on your account as a woman. I just need to ask you a few routine questions. Have you recently slept with a close friend's boyfriend?
No.
Have you recently made comments about a female politician's inability to lead due to her menstrual cycle?
No. There has to be some kind of mistake. I mean, I support women. I love women. I did a breast cancer walk last year.
Says here that was organized by your ex-boyfriend's mother.
Okay.
Here it is. Your personal relationships have all expired.
Personal relation. Are you saying I don't have any
Friends. You have no friends.
And I have friends. And I have friends. I have tons of friends. It's probably just taking a second to load.
Don't touch my property. You had friends, but you neglected them, so they all expired.
Friends can't expire. Friends are milk. I'm sorry, but you're wrong. And you know what? I'm getting out of here to see my best friend right now. You wouldn't happen to have a recent address for Madison Maxwell, would you?
Please leave.
Cool.
Okay, there seems to be a hold on your account as Okay, there seems to be a hold on your account as a woman. I just need to ask you a few routine questions. Have you recently slept with a close Have you recently made comments about a female politician's inability to lead due to her menstrual cycle?
No. There has to be some kind of mistake. I mean, I support women. I love women. I did a breast cancer walk last year.
Okay, there seems to be a hold on your account as a woman. I just need to ask you a few routine questions. Have you recently slept with a close friend's boyfriend?
No.
Have you recently made comments about a female politician's inability to lead due to her menstrual cycle?
No. There has to be some kind of mistake. I mean, I support women. I love women. I did a breast cancer walk last year.
Says here that was organized by your ex-boyfriend's mother.
Okay.
Here it is. Your personal relationships have all expired.
Personal relation. Are you saying I don't have any
Friends. You have no friends.
And I have friends. probably just taking a second to load.
Don't touch my property. You had friends, but you neglected them, so they all expired.
Friends get expired. Friends are... I'm sorry, but you're wrong.